Jim, the last time we spoke in September of 2020, Bitcoin was trading at or around $11,000. And now in February of 2021, it's around $50,000. So it's up over 300%. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I wish I'd bought it. Obviously.
That makes two of us.
Well, I've never bought or sold any cryptocurrencies. They've turned out that, well, scratch that. Many of them have disappeared and gone to zero, as you know. There were thousands at one time, and they're always cropping up every month. I have never played long or short any of them. Crypto has been a huge success. My view is that if it ever, as a trading vehicle, it's great for whoever knows what they're doing and is trading it. But as I say, many have disappeared, and many Bitcoins have disappeared. I don't know where they go, but somebody steals them or whatever. But if Bitcoin ever becomes successful as a currency, my view is that the governments will outlaw it as a currency, because governments don't want to lose monopoly, don't want to lose control. Again, throughout history, governments don't like other people controlling money, and they will make it illegal. Now, the crypto guys say, we're smarter than the government. Of course they are, but the government's got the guns. The government's got the tanks. Money is going to be on the computer, Jimmy. You cannot take a taxi in China with money. You cannot buy an ice cream. The Chinese are way ahead of the rest of us, but every country is now working on computer money, and it's going to be there, but it's going to be government money. It's not going to be your money and mine. And I would also remind you, some countries have already outlawed cryptocurrencies. India, last week in Myanmar, they closed the internet. Well, if you're sitting there with all your money in crypto money and the internet's closed, you're in a bit of a bind. Texas recently, electricity closed down. Well, if you don't have electricity, you don't have much crypto money, no matter how much you think you have. So there are shortcomings for cryptocurrencies as well, and not just government actions, the world.
So I guess that makes a good case for gold and hiding it under your bed.
Well, I own gold and silver. I would rather buy silver than gold right now because it's cheaper on a historic basis. But Jimmy, I'm an old peasant. All of these politicians and academics say, forget gold, it's obsolete. Maybe, but us old peasants want to have some gold in the closet or under the bed when things go wrong. And so I presume that enough old peasants like me who will continue to buy gold and silver in case.
And so you just mentioned that you prefer silver over gold. Why?
Well, silver's down 45% from its all-time high. Gold is 10% from its all-time high. On a comparative, historic basis anyway, silver is much cheaper. And silver has many uses. Solar energy, apparently solar energy is getting bigger and bigger. You need silver, many things. So silver is just cheaper. But if it were reversed, if gold was down 45% and silver down 10%, I'd say buy gold. Right. I'll buy both, but more silver.
So silver is currently trading around $27, as you mentioned. The all-time high was 50. Are you a buyer of silver at these levels?
No, I'm waiting. There's a correction going on. India is a huge market for gold and silver, and a lot of those people, for a variety of reasons, are having troubles right now. So liquidating their gold and silver. But who knows? My timing is very bad. I told you, I wish I could time like Roy Neuberger could. I'll buy more gold and silver somewhere. I just don't know when.
Jim, I guess the other thing that really stands out to me about cryptocurrencies, and more specifically Bitcoin, is that there's many well-known investors coming out in support of it. Michael Novogratz, Michael Saylor, Paul Tudor Jones, and Kathy Wood at ARK Investments. And yet we really don't have anybody doing that with gold. What are your thoughts on that?
So what? I mean, yeah, Bitcoin has been a great success as a trading vehicle. There's no question about that. You know, some of the people you mentioned, I mean, at least Paul, you know, Paul's a fantastic trader. Paul is probably as good as, maybe better than Roy Newberger was, because he's more multifaceted. But I mean, it doesn't, so what? I'll never be as good a trader as Paul Tudor Jones or Roy Newberger. And if they find great trading vehicles, do it, do it, do it. Don't listen to me. But you ask about it. I'm just suggesting to you that if Bitcoin and the others become successful as money, they will be outlawed. But if they just continue as trading vehicles, as long as people can make money trading something, history would indicate they'll keep trading it. Most things, though, that people have traded constantly and forever have had ultimately some economic use. I mean, the Mississippi bubble, you know, 300 or 400 years ago, at least theoretically, there was land in the South Seas that you could speculate in. The tulip bubble, at least theoretically, you could take your bulbs and plant them and have tulips. So most things that have become great trading vehicles have eventually disappeared if that's all they were. But maybe Bitcoin is going to go on forever and cryptos as trading vehicles. As I say, if they become successful as money, I suspect governments, and the governments are already starting to outlaw them. And Jimmy, governments are all working on crypto money, computer money. I said in China, you can't take a taxi with money. They won't. They don't. I tried to buy an ice cream in Beijing. A woman couldn't say she'd never seen money. She was 19 years old or something. She gave it to me, the ice cream, in the end, because she didn't know what to do with money. I mean, now I have, you know, even I have money on my phone now, but it's government money. It's not crypto money.
Maybe in 6 months when I speak to you again, you'll have a digital wallet on there with some Bitcoin.
Well, I have a digital wallet in the sense that I have money on my phone, as I say, but it's money which is governments recognize, not which governments say is illegal. I mean, I want to repeat, in India, cryptocurrency is illegal. Only 1 billion people in India. You know, China, it's illegal. 1.4 billion. So in Myanmar, they closed the internet last week. Close the internet. What do you do if all your money's on your phone and the computer's closed? Texas electricity went down. What do you do if you're in Texas and there's no electricity and all your money is on your as crypto money? I mean, maybe you have an answer. I don't know. I wouldn't have. I don't know if I needed to go down to the shop and buy some bread and the electricity was down, I wouldn't have any money.
I guess you wouldn't be eating.
I know I wouldn't be eating. I can go in. I can say to the guy, my money's here in my phone. He'd say, I'm sorry, sir. I need money in my cash register. Gold does have an economic purpose. I mean, it also has speculative purposes and it has jewelry purposes, but gold is also used in electronics, etc., as is silver. So even if women and men all suddenly decide, oh, I can't stand gold jewelry, at least gold still has an economic purpose. Likewise, silver, as I said, solar panels. Silver kills bacteria. There are many uses for silver besides speculative purposes. I hope it doesn't disappear as speculative purpose because I own a fair amount of it. But even if it does, at least I can sell it to the solar energy guys and the electric vehicle guys. They need silver.
Jim, I want to thank you very much for spending time with us today. It's been a very interesting discussion.
It's been my pleasure, Jimmy. Let's do it again sometime.